What up? What up?
up?
It's
What's going
Thursday night.
on?
You know what time it is.
Thanks,
It's time to
Shane
hang out with
Live.
the Fang Exchange crew. I see some of you guys rolling in, so keep on coming in and
Good
tell us what's up.
evening.
Good evening. It's Thursday night. What? August
What's the
14th,
15th? 16th.
14th,
16th. No,
14th.
it's the
Today the
14th.
14th.
Listen,
Days running together, right?
I've had a
So,
week, okay?
all right. Hey Frank. Hey Marvin. Thanks for checking in like y'all always do. We're coming in to give us a little Rattler update, some NIL, some Rattler football, some Rattler basketball, some Rattler volleyball is even kind of
Right.
ticking up as well.
Everything.
Track. We have
Yes.
all the things rolling. Like, we had this super dead downtime and then it just all hit.
But that's how the summer is.
That's how
Students
it
not
is.
there.
Uh-huh.
A lot of our major sports, our revenue generating. Y'all, I'm
Ready
tired,
to
okay?
jump.
Revenue generating sports are in the off season, and so it's kind of that little dead time, and we're gearing up for basketball, football, all of that. But we back.
We back.
I can smell
You
the
can smell the turkey legs in
barbecue.
the air.
Yes, I can smell it. I can smell Perry Street in the air. Okay, we back. We
It's
back.
here and we ready. So we just wanted to come on tonight, like always, and kind of discuss some of our usual topics and how we're feeling. So let us know how you're feeling. One thing that sticks out the most in my mind right now is the quarterback club meeting that happened yesterday. That was, in my
Coach,
opinion,
mess.
a really, 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 really good meeting. We oftentimes you get on there and they have their guests, different coaches, but Coach Cozy was on, of course, Coach Henry Burris, and our newest coach, our O-line coach, was with us
Cedric
as
Williams,
well.
right? No, that's the running backs
Yes.
coach.
No. Don't get me.
Cedric is the running backs coach. I can't think of the O
Um,
line coach.
our O-line coach. But what I loved about them is that you could tell the focus, you could tell the fire in their tones, in their speak. Hey, little baby, what's going on? And you could tell that they have
Let me see.
realistic expectations, and they have high expectations as well. Like coaches don't come out to lose.
Correct.
Coaches come out with the highest expectations, in which Rattler Nation, everybody knows Rattler Nation expectations are through the roof. At all times. So I love to see them kind of speak to those that they have the
No,
same expectations.
sorry, I was right. Cedric Williams is the offensive
Cedric
line.
Williams is
He is
offensive line coach. Yep, he was on. You got your season tickets. That's why I'm glad you said that, Marvin, because well, that's one thing I wanted to kind of hit on and make sure we hit on, like, every time we're in front of anyone, is to get your season tickets. Get your season tickets. Get your tickets for the OBC. What? You see that comment about little baby? I don't know what he's talking about, but
what is it? I didn't see it. What's the comment say?
Can you see it? Let me put it on the screen. I don't even want to put this on the screen.
Let me see. What is that? Try to put it on the screen.
Get it off. We don't want that. Don't curse us, little baby. What you talking about?
Give us some context on that. Why you feeling like that?
Well, we don't like that. I think you might have had a typo. That's what we're gonna say. It was a typo. It was a typo.
12-0.
Lord Jesus.
Double down.
Okay, friend. Can you see him on the screen now? It's showing up on the screen in the little bottom corner. So Frank said he rebuked that. I know that's right. Well, guess what? We are not going.
We'll be out before homecoming. Oh my God.
That's pretty strong, right? Little baby, you gotta come in. Little baby, you need to go
I drink my ginger ale on that.
It did come back. Little baby, like, what's wrong with you tonight? We don't like that.
Oh my God. My dog been hacked.
Yeah, I think somebody that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Little baby, blink twice if you need help.
We're gonna send Venom out there because what?
Because what is really going on here? Somebody got you. Somebody hacked you, and we don't like when people hack you. So we want them to give you your handle back. But anyway, yeah. Get your tickets. Through my train of thought off a little bit. Really? Get your season tickets if you have not done already.
OBC.
OBC is coming up first,
He
August
need to
30th.
touch grass, Frank. You got to touch
He
grass.
got to, we got to, we got to touch and agree with him something.
Touch grass, baby.
But yeah, Coach Cozy was on Quarterback Club, spoke really well to some things. They kind of did hint a little bit on the QB1 announcement that we've kind of all come to the conclusion is probably going to be next Wednesday. And when we were on ONG Strike Zone, me and Tashay, I think, were the closest.
We were.
So if he really does make this announcement at the Quarterback Club like he says he will, which I do believe he would do, because that's what he made. He was very adamant about that promise. He will make it on the Quarterback Club. So that means that
has to be a Wednesday.
That's a Wednesday. August 20th is the next Wednesday. I picked August 18th as a guess date that he would make the announcement, or that they would make the announcement.
The 19th.
Shay picked the 19th. So I think we were the closest.
Absolutely.
Was even closer than me. So I do believe that's what he said. It will be, we're thinking next Wednesday at Quarterback Club, which I think is pretty cool. Quarterback Club supports all sports, strong supporters of the football department. And I think that's pretty cool that he'll give them that opportunity to be the first to know in person, to know who their quarterback one will be for the next upcoming season. And we all have our thoughts and who we think it might be, who we want it to be. And things of that nature. EA asked a question: are Fang Exchange gifts tax deductible? Yes. So it's a good opportunity to kind of do some education on NIL and collectives, right? So EA's question is wanted to confirm that gifts are tax deductible. So what you need to do is make sure you acknowledge that you want your gift to be tax deductible. That's number one, because all gifts, everybody who gives, who donate, who become members, things of that nature, they don't always care to have tax deductions. So we need to make sure that you let us know that that's first. But a general rule is that a collective can no longer be a 501c3 directly. The IRS and the government made sure of that. So one thing's for certain, but we have an organization that we work with in order to have that designation. So yes, the answer ultimately is yes, it is tax deductible. Just make sure you let us know, email us, send us an inbox DM, and we'll make sure that we get that handled for you, EA.
Also, make sure that you know that whatever donation that you do that's tax deductible, you cannot get merch.
You cannot receive a gift.
Yeah, you can't receive a gift. So you can't, like, for example, when we drop some of the merch that we're dropping, you can't say, oh, I'm going to purchase this and then it's tax deductible. No. So if you receive, of course, and I think that's just a general rule of thumb, but I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, because tax deduction is just that. It's a charitable gift.
It's a charitable gift. So you can't purchase anything from us merch-wise and then try to get the tax deduction. It's only your donations that you give.
So and also, speaking of tax deductions, for those of you who are here watching, who may watch later, who are currently watching, this is your opportunity if you own a business. Oftentimes, business owners need to write off taxes as well. And even individuals, not just business owners. Individuals need to write off taxes for the following tax year. And we've done it. We've had an opportunity to do that. So you absolutely can do that. Let us know. We do have some things set up in the range for that to happen. So you know what? Maybe I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at the. I think he was being sarcastic. I think he was being sarcastic.
Even based off of that, I've seen a lot of chatter. I've seen us pretty low. Actually, the lowest I've ever seen us since we've been in the SWAC, definitely on a lot of people's lists. But I've never seen like
anybody say
0 and 12. Yeah,
that's extreme. But if that's how the masses feel, cool.
He said he don't do email or DM. I need to talk to somebody before I sign up. Well, give us a call.
Give us a call.
Give us a call.
Call us. I'm pretty sure we have a phone number on EA. I know you got an email, by the way. But we are more than happy to talk to you over the phone. And if we don't email or DM you, we don't have a way to talk to you, my friend. So we need to find a way to give you a business contact to contact us, and then we can go from there. So we're more than happy to talk to you on the phone. Not a big deal for us. I actually have a member who called me a few days ago, and we've been talking over the phone about his membership and what he's doing with Fang Exchange. So trust and believe, talking over the phone is an easy thing for us. We don't mind doing that. But anybody that's hating on us, or I don't even know if the word is hating or just being funny because of the way last season went and some of the games that we played, and the way the team might have looked in comparison to previous years. I don't think we have anything to say to that, do we? Just watch. Keep watching. You've been watching. Seasons. You got 2 weeks to prove that theory, right or wrong, huh? To start.
And for the record, let's be clear. My coach didn't have a losing season. My coach won 7 games. Okay. He was over .500. He won 7 games. He did not have a losing season.
Did he not finish second in the East?
Did we lose a game or two that we should not have? Absolutely. Does it happen? Absolutely. Are we worried? Absolutely not. So, you know, you can send that back to put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Send that message back.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
We're not worried about that. We're more so worried about making sure you all understand what Fang Exchange is, who we are, why we're here, why we come on here weekly. Understand how important it is to make sure that we are helping our student athletes build their brand. Like, that's one of the things that's so important. Like, this is an opportunity to help these young men and women become businessmen and women of their own. They have their own brands. They have their own set of fans just from us in Rattler Nation. If you go look at their Instagrams and their Twitters, they have upwards of 1,000, 5,000, or somewhere in between or above of followers, because they have a group of fans too. So our goal and whole purpose is to help them develop their brand, to continue to do that, honing on their professional skills and marketing, and then, you know, get in contact and work with some businesses, whether it be local businesses, regional or national, right? So that's why we're here. Not only that, we're here to talk media. We talk a little, we throw a little smack in there because we don't mind.
That's me mostly. I talk to Miss.
That's what to say, but she kind of hype me up sometimes. I kind of get a little talk a little trash. And you're right, Marvin. A lot of coaches do not start with 7 wins in their first year as a first-time head coach in the varying navigating situations that Coach Cozy had to navigate last year. None of which we were making an excuse for.
Yeah, and be clear.
Standard.
TC Taylor, before winning it all last year, won the same amount of games his first year as head coach.
Yep.
Like, so
Willie Simmons, how many wins in his first year at FAMU?
Nah, let me say this. We can't compare. We can't compare.
No, because his first year was
Willie can't. He had Alex Wood team. Okay. We gonna leave that alone. Okay. We gonna leave that alone.
For all intents and purposes, 6 and 5. So all that we said, all that to say that we have expectations of Coach Cozy. We're excited for the team that he has put together.
Absolutely.
One thing anyone cannot say is that our coach been dialed in.
He's been working. He has been
working, wearing every hat. He wants to be FAMU's football coach. He likes being FAMU's football coach.
He want to keep his job.
That is absolutely right. He is doing his way. So one thing we should be excited about is just to see him with his. He brought in his coaches in the offseason. He pulled in some very good coaches at that positional coaching.
He did.
He brought in athletes earlier than he was able to do in his first year. So, I mean, when you look at the trajectory, it only makes sense that it gets better, right? We can't guarantee it, of course, but we do know that the offseason has shown improvement, and he's shown that he can step up to the plate.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely. I'm excited. I'm excited to see mainly the offensive line coach, which we got from North Carolina Central, and of course our running backs coach. So that's Cedric Williams, and then Kevin Maurice. That's the running back.
Kevin Maurice,
the running backs coach. Yeah, it's 2 first names. They say don't trust nobody with 2 first names, but I'm trusting you.
All right, Maurice. Kevin. But we trust you, Kevin.
I'm trusting you. But anyway, literally listen. NCCU has had a stable consistently for the past few years. So
for some years. So
so we can trust that.
From under that tutelage, you can trust it.
Yeah, I believe so.
We got 2 coaches from under.
I believe so.
Let's not forget that our running back position had some struggles last year.
Definitely.
Just the basic fundamental struggles that were obvious to the eye to see. So we come in, we get a new coach, we bring in some fundamentals, and I look to see some improvement. It's just what it is.
And that didn't just rest in the laps of our running backs.
No, it didn't.
Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, great job, coach, doing, and he has my full support.
Right.
Absolutely. Cozy went in and said, I'm gonna restructure this team from personnel, staff, all the above, players,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be my team. And if the ship go down, know that it was my ship that was built. And so I respect
And
it,
you have to
and I
respect that. And let's
absolutely
not forget that that strength and conditioning coach, which I'm excited to see that as well.
from Colorado.
From Colorado and being at multiple and various programs under various head coaches. So he's seen enough to know enough to bring it right back to the Rattlers. And I'm excited to see them. I mean, we always been pretty good in condition. This Florida Heat wear us out either way.
Put Frank comment on the screen.
Let's see.
I ain't
Hello.
gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna
He
read
just
my
he didn't
little.
say it, he did.
I didn't say nothing. Okay. Well, honors for each home game. Yes,
Yes,
let's
yes.
get into
That's
that.
another conversation. So we're gonna segue into Lil Baby's comment about honoring each home game. Coach Cozy that's another great,
Brilliant marketing strategy.
brilliant marketing opportunity for Coach Cozy to have the desire and the thought process to even honor our previous coaches. So I got to make sure I call out the right ones. Okay, we got
Ken
Billy
Riley.
Joe, Coach Billy
Mhm.
Joe, Coach
Ken Riley.
Ken Riley,
Jake Gaither.
Coach Jay Gaither,
And
and then Coach Joe Taylor.
yes, Joe Taylor.
Joe Taylor. Okay, we got him. So each home game, that was a conversational piece that Coach Cozy gave us, and a little tidbit he dropped on us last. Coach Rudy Hubbard. Who did we leave out?
Rudy Hubbard.
Not Ken Riley. All right, chat.
Yes.
Give us the name before us.
Rudy Hubbard,
Jay Gaither,
Billy Joe, Jake Gaither,
mm-hmm.
and Taylor.
And Joe Taylor.
No, I thought Ken Riley was in there too.
Ken Riley. Okay.
Yes,
y'all.
it is. It's Ken Riley.
It's Ken Riley. I think I said I think I threw a wrong one in
You
there.
done threw you done threw Joe Taylor up in there.
I threw
Ken Riley,
Joe Taylor in there.
Jake Gaither. Yes, Ken Riley, Rudy Hubbard, Jake Gaither, and Billy Joe.
Correct. Yes. Okay, so we got it. Don't charge it to the brain. It's late. We tired. But yeah, I love the opportunity to honor each one of those coaches. They all did some amazing things for FAMU during their era. That brings even more excitement to the expectations that we already have. So each coach gets their own, and I believe that they'll be inviting the teams back of those coaches as well. So that's something that you see happen. If you're being honest, I've seen it happen at like NFL games for previous Super Bowl winning teams and things of that nature. So it's a pretty cool opportunity to give some pay homage and honor those who have come before us, and it gives an opportunity for our current players to see championship coaches, championship teams, and the real we bleed orange and green, even from a athlete's perspective, that we really do love and cherish FAMU, even when we leave 20, 30, 10, 15 years removed. Nothing gonna separate us from FAMU.
So let me go look at this real quick. So I got listen, y'all, I got the big roster thing. Okay. Because I feel like even with some of the additions, go ahead, Ash. I'm
looking at another one of Marvin's comments saying that Coach Rowe has been with Coach Cozy. And yes, even he has been there. As he mentioned when he initially took over as head coach, that him and Coach Billy Rowe have a really good relationship, have had one for much of their lives. So that's another good thing that I like to see, that Coach Cozy is surrounding himself with some true Rattler greats and people who went to FAMU, who played for FAMU, who has family that went to FAMU, just deeply rooted in the FAMU community and bleeding orange and green. So that's another thing that speaks well and highly of Coach Cozy. When we think about the O-line, EA, we got Ashton Grable,
Charles
Davis, Ricky Taylor, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at. I think the size on the O-line is I think his EA's comment about the DL, that's a valid um size wise.
from a
But
size
you
standpoint.
know,
Yeah.
but will we be able to? Because I think we only have one on the roster that's 300 plus.
On O line
No, two
or D line, right?
on the D line. Yeah. hmm Yep. Most of them are in between 250, 275 range.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now Cam Donald is 290,
Cam
295.
Donald 90, and if we remember Cam Donald for last season, Cam Donald held his own.
Yeah, he really did, and he was really good on that like muffin punts and stuff like that. He was really
Mhm.
good at
He
that.
held his own. So and I also
I mean field goals. I mean
the field
field
goals
goals. I'm sorry.
and the defensive scheme of the coach of our defensive coaches will also always plays a key role in that as well.
Yeah,
What we want to
Nicholas
see.
Dimitri, Clyde Pender.
Yep.
These
And
are all bigger
these
guys.
are returners too. These aren't people who,
Yeah.
are young or who did not have snaps. So again, one of the best things about players, especially on the line, because we all know the games are won and lost on the line, defensive line
hmm
and
In the
offensive
trenches.
line, in the trenches is
hmm
exactly what it is. I actually like that these are athletes who came in last year, who were with us, Coach Cozy and the school and the team, and they're coming back. This is their second year, maybe some even third, or some rotational guys. So that usually fares well to increase. You already have game snaps. You know what to expect. You're under a new strength and conditioning program. You actually have your D line coach has the first opportunity to really have a full off season, because even he came in pretty late last
The
season.
freak maker.
The freak maker. I was trying not to say it, freak.
I gotta say it every time.
Every
That's the freak
time
maker. That's
our
the
D line
name.
coach has a full
He could bring in who he want. He had the
year,
time to really work with
and
them.
train up the ones who are
Yeah.
already there.
hmm
We brought in a few defensive ends, which is always a spot that we were looking for last year. So we're looking
hmm
for that to be that those edges to come off the edge a lot better than we did last year, as well as like just those defensive tackles to push the line.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say Family just might be, but definitely quarterback you for the last few years, but it's definitely DBU.
Yeah, we DBU.
Definitely
We've definitely
DBU.
taken on the DBU, the QBU, and I got a feeling we're gonna be QBU again soon. I ain't saying how soon. I'm just saying soon. We're gonna keep just soon. I can't tell you how soon. I won't say that much.
Facts. Put EA comment up.
You have to be able to control the run with six in the box. If not, we struggle again against the run.
I think we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we're gonna. I just from the scrimmage and the spring game and what I've been hearing and the little clips that I've seen, even outside of what's been posted on social media, I think defense, I think the dark clouds are gathering again this year. For me, the question mark is not necessarily a concern, but for me, the question mark is more our offense than our defense. Because from what I can see and what I'm hearing, uh, the dark clouds are gathering. It was what did Gerald say last week? He said it was partly cloudy
With a
last year.
slight chance of rain.
Yeah, just partly cloudy. That's it. But this
Right.
year the dark clouds are gathering, so I think we're gonna be all right. Um, Definitely, and not only that, that strength and conditioning, because like I'll say it every time, our strength and conditioning won us that Norfolk game. It won us the SC State game, but definitely the Norfolk game. Our guys may not have been the biggest, but they were the quickest and they were able to last the longest.
Like, are
So
you stronger? Are you
yeah, and are
quicker?
you
And can you
are you more
last?
conditioned?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so between depth, because Cozy has brought in a lot. So
Yep.
between the depth that we have and with the way that they have been conditioned, now I'm a little concerned, not concerned, but I am curious to see how our guys will fare now that we are in the sun this year. Um,
Womp womp.
womp womp for real. But you know, still they practicing it, so you know.
And that's a real statement. Penalty talk. If we're being honest, the quarterbacks in this conference are not all world across the board. Not pointing out any one particular quarterback, but if you just across the board, we typically are the better at that position. So you get a little pressure. You run up on them, lay them on their back one or two times, or maybe even just get through to them. That usually kind of throws their timing off. That helps.
Don't give them enough time because our DBs are going to cover. They have too much time to be able to dissect our defense and figure out where they're going. That's the problem. Like Penalty Talk said, the quarterbacks, they just have no pressure back there. They didn't get a lot. That was my biggest thing. Our linebackers. I think we did do a lot better in that, and I think that also too, a lot of our guys are able to play in their real rightful position this year. A lot of our linebackers are playing out of position.
Yeah.
And so I think that it will look better. The tackling was definitely, for whatever reason, I don't know what it was. It's like the first tackle always got missed.
Yeah, I was bounced off. Yep. It was a touch tackle. The first tackle was always like they were playing tag football.
I don't know what that was about. And that was our linebackers.
We would have been on it.
It was our linebackers. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I noticed is that we have, if I'm correct, we have more linebackers this year. Just from a depth standpoint, I believe I saw 10 linebackers,
and they're able to play. Like a lot of our guys were playing in positions that, like Eric Horn and Horn and Alan Smith. They were playing. Yeah, they were playing out of their natural positions.
And if you think about it, Nayron kind of grew up last year too in that middle, which is his natural position. But think about this year, he's now a leader on the team. He was able to learn from other players in that position and kind of get his little niche of how he'll do the linebacker position. So now you get the quality depth and help. Everybody goes to positions where they're probably most comfortable. Things should gel better this year, and that's really where you can see some excitement to be able to see people get in right positions. Depth is there, and the coaches can rotate as they need to, and not have to be concerned about maybe not having enough depth or just making somebody play in a position that wasn't comfortable for them. You nullify speed by running at it. Not sideline. Look out for how many threes and outs we have, and can we play a field position game with our defense?
JSU beat us with that. JSU. So I feel like I don't want to talk about that game again, but
maybe they were worn down. But I mean,
they did. That's what happened. Our defense.
We were worn down by the end. Maybe
our defense forced 4
turnovers,
and we scored on none of them.
On any of them.
None of them did we score on. Okay, and the defense held them to not being able to score till 3 minutes and 34 seconds. We were up by 1. Your offensive coordinator at the time decided to run the ball to try to eat up the clock in the third quarter when we did not have a solidified run game. We had never.
Nor did we have a real lead.
No, yeah, we were up by 1
point. We didn't have a lead.
They were up by 1 point. They were up by 1 point, and we got conservative and started running the ball, trying to run the clock in the third quarter. So our defense forced 4 turnovers, and we didn't score on 1. You don't. The turnover battle is how you win the game. We didn't capitalize on 1.
Yep. But anyway, not too much.
JSU's offense definitely was not all world. Definitely was not all world. Their quarterback was subpar at best, and this is no shot to JSU because I know they're gonna try to clip and all. It's not a shot. They were the champs. They beat us. That's what that is. But a fact is a fact.
Marvin made a point. If you get turnovers and you don't score, but your opponent get turnovers and they score.
And they didn't even get them turnovers until towards the end.
And guess what? Imagine if he had scored on at least 3 of those 4 turnovers, or all
Two.
4.
It's
2
just
of them.
two. They beat
Different
us by
conversation.
14 points. It's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm
They
saying?
capitalized on the
But your
opportunity.
offense couldn't get rolling. And this was not a shot to the players because I saw the frustration. Me and Ashley were at that game coaching. We saw the frustration on the players' face, trying to tell the coaches and the staff, or a coach, and whatever, what they saw, what they felt would. We saw the frustration, them getting aggravated. At the
Yep.
end of the day, your defense can only do so much.
Yeah, so I'm not really worried about defense. Again, I know what I saw at spring game, and yeah, right now we're playing against each other. Our defense is playing against our offense, so you get a real feel
When
when
they
you play
have
against
to,
with a
yeah.
different opponent. But from what I've seen, they've been flying around. Even I saw some of the scrimmage defense was flying around then too. So they definitely have that fly around energy. Get to the ball, tackle. They need to do some. Curious to see how they improve the tackling as this fall camp goes. They need to see how to handle how that tackling part, but they've been flying around. We got what? 2 more?
Ashton, we all hope that. We all hope that, Ashton.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, I think we're good.
Yes, I think they're good.
I think we're in good hands. let me be nice.
He said I was there too, and let the OC do it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
I met you at that game.
I'm glad you did.
I met you at that game one time.
How
somehow.
did I miss him? We were there the whole time together.
Yeah, but it was at the end. It was at the end. When
where did I go?
You went. We didn't ride together. When we came. I came.
Well, okay.
We had separate. We left separately. Yeah. So I just happened to be walking back to my ride, and he was outside of the stadium. So yeah, I met good old EA that talks all the trash in every chat he get in.
He is a troublemaker. EA gonna make you trouble.
So yeah. The other thing I love about this is that all of our toughest games, majority of our toughest games are in Bragg. And while I do realize our home streak and our mind control over the opponents that walked in Bragg got compromised.
It just started over. That's it.
It started over anyway.
It didn't get compromised. It just started over.
2 game wins. That's all. We just needed a reset.
We needed a reset. We was tired of just yeah. We just needed a reset. Anyway. Marvin, I agree with you, but I'm gonna say this: if you have multiple players consistently doing the same thing, that goes to coaching, right? No, the coaches didn't fumble, the players did, but if you have multiple players in the same position doing the same exact thing, that kind of goes to coaching a little bit. I'm a teacher. If all of my students fail, yes, the kids failed, but it's probably my teaching. I'm just saying. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Good analogy. I mean, because it is the truth. Most things come from the top, right?
You got to fix that. You got to fix that.
If you got a lot of people doing the same thing up under your leadership, then it's definitely, you need to check yourself.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen since we've been in the SWAC.
Which is not true.
Since we've been in the SWAC, the only school that's been to Bragg is Valley, and they beat us once. Like, I just don't understand why they going off of the 2018 Jackson State game.
I mean, listen, y'all. We have put
maybe trolling.
We have had how many years of undefeated games in Bragg? I don't even know how many years it is at this point.
Yeah, it was bound to happen.
Let them have fun, because it's been a long time before anybody was able to say anything about defending Bragg. They just haven't. I mean, they're just getting all the licks out right now, and now is a good time. Everybody's a winner in the offseason. I mean, everybody's a winner before the game start. We all got the best quarterbacks. We all got everybody
looked good in the
school. Everybody looked good. Everybody got the best defense or offensive line. When you spot the ball, that's when you'll know. That's what
Ashton, that's Alcorn's fault, because they were supposed to play us in 2023.
They could have.
They chose to go down to Houston and piss down they led.
Just what it is. It's exactly what happened. They were supposed to be in Bragg, but we had to go to
Fact.
what, PB two
Fact.
times. So that's
Yep.
not Alcorn. I mean, they gonna come on and check us
We
out.
can't
And
win all our home games. I have to question coaching. All our home games we questioning the coach.
well,
So if
that's
we
just
don't
a high
win,
expectation. That's just a high expectation because we have won all of our home games. So now that's the standard. But it does not is not indicative necessarily of like bad coaching per se. Yes, that's our standard. We want to we love the feeling of being undefeated in Bragg. We absolutely we could that's the one thing that we could brag about that nobody else could.
nobody in FCS.
So of course we want our win streak back. And we want it to be 3, 4, 5 years long, like it was. And guess
It was
what? We
about
started
5
it. You
years.
restarted it. We 2 games in. We got a few
2
more.
games in.
We 2 games in. So
We
got to give
gonna
our guys
see.
a chance. But yeah, we have quite a few guys that, as have been mentioned on numerous platforms, that are preseason All-Americans on different. It's so many different award lists and watch lists to be on, and that's another thing I like to see. If you look at, they always pick offensive usually and defensive and break it up in that manner. And I'm not just talking about SWAC conference preseason. I'm referring to the various
All
awards,
of the accolades.
all the
Mm-hmm.
accolades, and we have players from various positions: linemen, offensive and defensive linemen, running back, defensive backs. What else do we have? We even had receiver Ace Cobb even had an opportunity. So we have various positions that means that they're in the preseason. They expect you to perform well. You know, you still got to go out there and perform and see if you can make those lists on the postseason where it matters the most. But that just means that we have quality and high caliber athletes that they expect to perform well in the season and get some attention rolling into the postseason.
Ashton, last I heard, it's up. I know that there was something that was supposed to be in limbo. There was some issues, but it wasn't on our side. It's not even our home game.
It's not our home game. We just show up where they tell us to show up. They can have the game in
That's it.
Alaska. Guess what? We don't have to do.
It's not our home game. But last I heard, it was still on. Um, we'll see.
We'll see. And it's a waiting game for us, much like it's a waiting game for everyone else.
Yeah,
Again, this
because
is
we're
our home
not the
game.
home
It's our
team. Yeah,
ratings. So it's
this
not
is
on us.
on Valley.
We'll show up where they tell us to show up, whether it be Itabena or Atlanta.
And a lot of people are feeling like, which I can understand, that going to Atlanta is a waste of resources. You know, I don't. I think I live in Atlanta, so I'm biased. I love when we come here. The city be lit because this is FAMU North, but you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah, and it was
Itabena.
said, it was already said that it's still on. It's still the
Yeah.
intention is still to be in Atlanta. So until they tell us otherwise, the game will be in Atlanta.
Atlanta, Itabena, Italy, wherever it's at.
Wherever it
FAMU
is,
by 40.
guess what? We'll be there.
FAMU by 40.
That's all we're saying. We need to put a
That's
50
it.
piece up on that game. So
Yeah.
either way it goes, it's kind of interesting because we're a few weeks out from the game. You know, think that ticket sales will go on, but things are happening, but we don't know what they are per se. So we'll find out when they tell us, and we don't feel no
Just
way.
buy your ticket whenever they get. That's all y'all worry about. Just
Ticket,
get the
show up.
ticket.
Let's cheer on our Rattlers football
Yeah.
team coaches as we always do.
So speaking of that,
Mhm.
Atlanta, the SWAC MEAC challenge is in about 2 weeks. I think it's on the 28th.
Yeah.
And Southern is taking on North Carolina Central.
Mhm.
Are we rooting for Southern? I'm going to the game.
I don't have an opinion.
Ashley. Y'all put it in the chat.
I have. What did the great Whitney Houston say?
Y'all drop it in the chat. Are we? I'm supporting. Well, I have another.
Well, you had your daughter's, a Southern Jaguar now. It makes sense for you to comment. This is your opportunity to decide with your daughter. But I don't have no.
It's the swag. It's the swag. Come on now. The Swag Miak challenge. Are we rooting with our old
I mean,
Miak?
I will say this. I will say this. I do like when, like we got this SWAC winning the tradition. I mean, the streak that's happening right now. It would be cool to be able to say the SWAC is continuing to win, right? Cool. But I mean, to be honest, we have to play both of those teams this year. So,
well, we play Southern all the time anyway.
We play Southern all the time anyway. NCCU has been very vocal about how they're gonna
how they're gonna beat us. They say they're gonna dog walk us in Bragg.
How they gonna walk in the Bragg? So again,
we stole their coaches, like my granddaddy called it a coach. We stole their coaches, and now we gonna
they owe us.
Yeah, they say they owe us. They trying to,
So again, I have nothing in the words of Auntie Whitney, Auntie Nippy.
Ugh. Let me tell you something. I don't trust, and listen, hear me when I say this. Hear me when I say this. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, okay? I love Trey Oliver. I think Trey Oliver is a great coach.
So funny to me. I say that every time I hear his name. He's
hilarious. But I don't know if he's losing his allure, or if he just has big game anxiety, or I don't know what it is, but Trey has been dropping a lot of games that he shouldn't. And so, and Terrence he slid out and won a whole bunch of games that we felt like he shouldn't. So I just feel, I don't know, I'm putting my money on the boot.
Aren't they both defensive teams? The identity is defense, or I know Southern usually has a strong defense, right?
Yes, it's a high defense.
Carolina Central, Trey Oliver is a defensive coach.
He is.
So his defensive game
gonna be a battle of defenses.
I think it'll be a good quality game. For I'll be doing my scouting and my coaching to see where my team need to be by the time we have to play the both of them at different points in the season.
Southern just need to keep it up. Keep up the SWAC winning streak. They say Southern is going to break the losing streak on the Bluff. I've heard that too. I don't know. I'm concerned about that game. I feel like it's a trap game just because of when it is. It's the week after homecoming. We got to go to Baton Rouge. So I am a little concerned about that game. But used to be EA. Don't forget that we now have their offensive line coach. But Southern, I'm concerned about that game. I heard Southern got a big time. Yeah, they got the guy from LSU that he had a couple of legal troubles, and he got it worked out. Or what they saying is it's some other stuff that's going on. But for whatever reason, he is at Southern. His name Trey something.
Yeah. Trey, I think Holly.
Yes, that's what his name. Mm-hmm.
Trey Holly. So we'll have an opportunity to see him in action. And guess what?
He's good.
Make sure your O-line got to open it up the game for you.
He is good, but so was what was that? What was his name?
They had a good running back last year, didn't they?
Yeah, but I'm talking about at Jackson. What's his name?
Mulligan.
Yes.
You know
what I'm saying? And he run all over us.
I think he had a decent game last year, but the year before, definitely not.
Well, no, he got hurt. I'm saying as far as points.
Yeah.
He wasn't a difference maker in points. So.
NCCU said they're going to be the reason.
Cozy loses his. Yeah, little baby is trolling us. He's trolling us.
He is. But here's the thing. They won't be the reason.
I feel like this. I'm gonna tell you this. In my opinion, Cozy's job is his to keep or lose. Yep. And I feel like the way that he has recruited, all the things that he's done, he is making the strides to keep it. So we just got to see everything, how it plays out come August 30th at OBC.
And that's all you can do. August 30th, OBC. That's right. Like one thing that works out for us as Rattlers and Coach Cozy and his staff is that we have the first 4 or 5 games that are not conference. Now, of course, you want to win them. You never go into a game thinking, "Oh, we could just play with this game because it won't count against the conference record." Absolutely not. We don't believe in that, especially since if any of them will, if they happen to be at home, we definitely not playing those games. But it gives you a chance to iron out the kinks. Every football team, the champion of every season starts out and needs to iron out their kinks typically and get a feel for the game. So, I mean, we don't know exactly what it looked like starting out, but we know what we want to look like in the end. And that's like championship. I'm not worried, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that only because if you look at, so let's just keep it, a book. When we talk about
right back.
the East, okay, when we talk about, who will typically win the East, it's normally been between us and Jackson State. And so if that continues this year, which I believe it will, Jackson's schedule is favorable. So I think we need to win them all, especially Southern University. We don't need to lose that game because if we have to be in a position where our record is whatever it is, we need to make sure that we have won all our games. I especially in conference, and I just hate to lose to and this is no shade, but I hate to lose to anybody in the West. The West is just weak. It's not, it's the, and I might get some hate mail, but it is what it is. That West, you got Texas Southern.
You're not saying anything that anyone else hasn't said. So
Alcorn Southern, Gremlin, and PV.
You're not saying anything different. Absolutely not saying anything different than what's always been said, that the West is just not as strong as the East has been, and the East has been representing the conference for some years now. At least since we've been here.
It probably will, because I'm not, people, that's the one thing I will say. And I think that, so a lot of people are asking, exactly. A lot of people are asking, like, looking at differences between schools or whatever. I think that the East just gets a little more, people gave a little more preferential treatment to the East just because it seems to be the tougher side of, and this is just, what it is. But I think that, I haven't seen enough in recruitment and all that from Alabama State to put them that high up. Just for me. I was more impressed with Alabama A&M. Now that their quarterback has that Mekhi Higgins, which I like him a lot. If we beat JSU head to head, we have to lose 2. We have to lose. I don't. If you beat JSU head to head, we can't. Like, is he saying? I guess he's saying that we can lose 2 in conference. If we beat them head to head, that we can lose. But that's yeah. That's what he's saying. Okay, if we beat JSU head to head, we can lose.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that as who we are, I think that we just need to kind of let week 1 roll around and just take it week by week. What they say, 1-0.
That's it. That's all I'm trying to do.
And I don't know if I have, there are different reasons that, sometimes you have some information and we can look at the roster that's still being updated, seems to be. But I'm not really worried, and I guess I'll just see it as it comes, going 1-0 every week. Offensive line, defensive line, important quarterback, the important positions that all of them are important, but the ones that really, really become the deciding factor of the game.
Yeah, I'm not worried because it's gonna be what
and I recognize again that we have our toughest games that count are at home. Every team should have home field. When you're at home, you should have home field advantage to the point where you should feel confident to walk out on your field in front of your fans in your hometown and perform well enough to win the game. That gives me, comfort as well to know that we aren't on the road for conference games. We're literally at home. So that's a good thing. That's in our favor. Now, what we need to do is take advantage of being home when important SWAC games come to our front doorstep, because what's most important is being in that SWAC championship.
And we need the alumni side to get a little rowdy since they took away
Yeah,
our
if
home
we're gonna
field
flip
advantage.
if we're gonna flip sides, then we're gonna have to,
The alumni side got to get rowdy.
brag, but
Yeah,
we got to
we
get
got to
rowdy. So
get rowdy. We
get your
got to get
season
rowdy on
ticket
the alumni
because we
side.
have what five, I think five actually in Bragg home games or four, five, and we all need to be there. We are all rally enthusiasts. I know most people in this chat will be there because we all, we go to the games. That's just we preach to the choir in that way. But if you don't have season tickets, get your season tickets. If you can't make it to certain games, give them away. Just it's a donation to the athletic department, which is needed anyway. So keep that in mind as we move on to the next. I just want to give a shout out to I know we've been talking heavily on football right now. Shout out to Coach Charlie Ward with this HBCU invitational that they did a press conference for, I believe, yesterday. It was done this week where he'll be one of the coaches coming in his first season, and he'll be one of the coaches coaching with FAMU. So that's a great opportunity from an exposure standpoint for athletes, for him as a head coach to come in. He just got a 4-star committed early too, and we're working on a few other high level basketball players that come into our program. So last year was a good start to turning things into a better direction. I think we'll be able to build on last year and come to this year and take it to the next level. So shout out to Coach Charlie Ward. It's getting late. We're coming down to the wire. We didn't want to stay on all night. Everybody got somewhere to be in the morning, right?
Right. I'm definitely getting tired.
That you never ever forget to get your Social House vodka. The link is live. Get it. I know you drank the ones you already had, first of all, so you might as well go and get your cases ready because football season's rolling around. Your tailgates, even if you're just at home watching the games on a Saturday, rep the Rattlers, rep Fang Exchange with the Social House vodka, and even have it as a keepsake. Christmas is rolling around. Perfect gift, birthday gift, graduation gifts, and things of that nature. So shout out to Social House for partnering with us to bring this opportunity to us and let the brand be the brand as always. So with that being said, any parting words that you have to share as we get ready to close it on down for the night? Thank everybody for coming in and hanging out with us. All of you that I see here through YouTube, through Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, as well as Instagram. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. EA still here talking about EA over here still talking about this football team. EA, we gotta link up. The boosters having tailgates as well. We gotta link up. I'm pretty sure some of y'all will be at these tailgates at the home games. So make sure you get your tickets for the tailgates for the boosters.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know. You lost me somewhere around the middle, my man.
Oh, and next week we'll be back on next Thursday as usual, 9 p.m. We have some special guests coming to hang out with us. I think you all will be happy and excited to see them and meet them and get to know who they are and what they are to Fang Exchange, as well as members. We have thank you all to the members who have been consistently a part of Fang Exchange, and we also receive some additional
members we're adding. Yes,
members are adding. We're still in the process of continually adding memberships. We will be having a member meeting most likely within the next week or two because we have some updates as well as some future things that we want to talk business with those of you who are members and let you know what we're doing, how we're doing, and what we plan to do next. Okay, EA, make sure you email me and so you can sign up, and then I'll send you a phone number and we can just talk over the phone if that's
right. Send the phone number.
Because right now I have no way to talk
to him on the phone.
We'll have a way. So make sure you join in because those member meetings are always really, really, really informative, really insightful opportunity to speak, learn, know, and just know what we're doing and know that your funds are going towards our student athletes. So again, we're getting ready to sign out. As always, fangs up.
You asked me my party words and then kept talking. Y'all talking about?
Party words.
No, I'm just kidding.
You know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Fake no. We out.
You out? I thought you had some party work.
I don't, girl.
All All right, bye, y'all. We not. Thanks.